Hello there, welcome to this class. We're going to look at simultaneous equation, and in this part we're going to look at some of the questions that you may find using either the two methods that we have previously looked at, that is the elimination method and the substitution method. And in me, I have three questions that you're going to look at. They're on the board. And let's start with the first question. The first question reads, there are unspecified numbers of cows and hens in a den. If there are a total of 30 heads and 8 legs in a den, find the number of cows and hens in a den. So in this kind of a question, we need to first understand the question so that you can be able to solve it. And here we have cows and hens in a den, and we've been told that we have 30 heads. So we need to ask ourselves, how many heads does a cow has and a hen? And of course a cow has 1 head and a hen has 1 head. Then we have 8 legs. We also need to know how many legs does a cow has and how many legs does a hen has. And of course a cow has 4 legs, and of course the hen has 2. So from that story there, we first form a simultaneous equation. So we can look at the heads. Cow has 1 head, and then hen has 1. So the total number of heads is cow is 1. Let's cow. We don't have the number of cows. Let's have X cows. And then hen, we don't know how many they are. You can say let's have Y hens. So the total number of heads is going to be, if we have X cows and 1 cow has 1 head, then X cow are going to have X number of heads. The same case to hens. If you have Y heads, you are going to have Y heads terms of hen. So the total number of heads, they are 30. When you look at the legs, the cows has 4 legs, and then the hen has 2 legs. So if we have X number of cows, 1 cow has 4 legs. So X number of cows are going to be having 4 times X, get 4X, and then hens, they have 2 legs, and the Y number of hens are going to be having 2Y legs. So the total number of legs we have been told is 80. So we have formed a simultaneous equation. Now the next point, the next thing here is to solve either using the substitution or elimination method. So this kind of question is general. You can use either method, not unless you have been advised to use a particular method. So let's use a substitution method to solve this. So in substitution method, we are going to have, we take one equation like the first one, we have X plus Y is equals to 30, and then we make Y the subject of formula of X. In other words, we put one terms in terms of the other. So you can have Y is equals to 30. We bring X on the other side, so it is plus X, going to be minus X. When it crosses the equal sign, it's going to be minus. Then we take this value here, we solve using the second equation there. So we have 4X plus 2Y is equals to 80. Now we have been told that we have said that Y is equals to 30 minus X. So we substitute Y, this Y here, using the 30 minus X. So here we have 4X plus 2. What is Y? Y is the same as 30 minus X. 30 minus X is equals to our 80 there. So we can open the bracket. 4X plus 2 times that is 60 2 times minus x, that is minus 2x is equals to 80. Then 4x minus 2x, that is 2x. Then plus 60, we take it to the other side, we put the right arm together, it's going to be equals to 80. This is plus 60, when it crosses the equal sign, it's going to be minus 60. So 2x is equals to 80 minus 60, that is 20. And then you divide by 2 on both sides to get the value of x, which is equals to be 10. So now, we have the value of x as 10. We need to get the value of y. Y, we have said, is equals to 30 minus x. That is 30 minus our x here is 10. So 30 minus 10, that is 20. Meaning that now our number of cows, that was x, is 10 cows. And then number of hens, that is our y, we are 20. So that's how we go about answering that kind of a question. Good. Let's look at the second question. We see how we can be able to go about it. Good. The question states that we have 2 pairs of trousers and 3 shirts, cost a total of 380 Kenya shillings. Then you have 5 such pairs of trousers and 2 shirts, cost 810 shillings. So you have to find the price of a pair of a trouser and a shirt. So this kind of a question, of course, when you read the question, you have 2 values here. We need to form a simultaneous equation because we have a 2 pair of trouser and a shirt. So we have a shirt and a trouser here, and we don't know what they cost, each of them. So we can first say we give the maybe trousers to be x, or any other unknown term you want to use. Then we have the shirts, can give them y, the number of shirts, and the trouser. So let's say this is the trouser cost. This is our cost of a trouser. One trouser costs x Kenya shillings, and the shirt cost y Kenya shillings. So we read the first sentence there. This is that 2 pairs of trousers and 3 shirts cost a total of 390 shillings. So here you can say 2 pair of trousers. One trouser costs x shillings. So 2 pair are going to cost 2x shillings. And 3 shirts cost. One shirt costs y. So 3 will cost 3y. And then when you add the 2, you are going to have what? This is giving us 390 shillings. And then the other case is 5 such pairs of trousers. So one trouser is x, so 5 would be 5x shillings. And 2 shirts, a shirt costs y, so 2 shirts are going to cost 2y shillings. This is going to give us 810 shillings. So with us we have the simultaneous equation, and in this case we need to solve. We can use either elimination method or the substitution method. So in this case, let us use the elimination method. Now we have to decide first, who do you want to eliminate? Do you want to eliminate x, or do you want to eliminate y? So in our case, let us eliminate x. For us to eliminate x, we need to have the values of the x being the same. This is 2x, this is 5x. So how do we go about that? So we find the LCM of 5 and 2, of course, which is 10. So we make the first equation value of x to be 10. So here we need to multiply by 5, everything. And then for us to have 5x, this value here being 10, everything we multiply by 2. So we're going to have 2x times 5, that is 10x. 3y times 5, that one is 15y. And then 390 times 5 is going to give us 1950. Then we have the second part here, you multiply by 2 everything. So 5x times 2, you get 10x. Then 2 times 2, you get 4y. And 810 times 2, you get 1620. So that is the value when you multiply by those two values. You can see that our values of x now, they equal to one another. So we have plus 10x plus 10x. We need to eliminate x. So what do we do with the 2? When we have the same sign, they both are plus, we subtract the two equations. We subtract the two equations so that you can have now 10 minus 10 is going to be 0. In other words, we have eliminated x. Then you have 15 minus 4, you get 11y. Is going to give us now 1950 minus 1620, get 0, and that is 3, and then that one is also 3. So 11y is giving us 330. What about y? We divide by 11 on both sides. We have 330 divided by 11. Of course, this is going to give us 30. Meaning our values of y is 30. Then we need to get the values of x. So we can take one of the equation, either the first equation or second equation, to substitute y to get the value of x. So let's first use the first equation. 2x plus 3y is equals to 390. So 2x plus 3, what is our y? 30 is equals to 390. We open the bracket. 2x plus 3 times that is 90 is equals to 390. Then we have 2x will be 90, you take it on the other side, you put the right term together, it will be 390, then minus 90. Of course, we have now 2x is going to be equals to 390 minus 90, that one is 300. So we divide by 2x, 2 on both sides. So we have x is going to be equals to 300 divided by 2 is equals to 150. Meaning now that the cost of a trouser is Kenya shillings 150, and then the cost of a shirt is 30 Kenya shillings. That's how we solve that kind of a question. Let's look at our last question there. We see how we can go about it. So we have solved the following simultaneous equation: 1 over u plus 1 over u minus 1 over v is equals to 1 over 8, and 1 over u plus 1 over v is equals to 3 over 8. So you have to solve that simultaneous equation. You can use various ways to solve that. One, you can remove the fractions, so you multiply by the LCM, or you can solve it the way it is. There is no problem working with the fraction. So first thing is to look at the question. You see which is the best way to solve that. Like now we have 1 over u minus 1 over v. The second one is 1 over u plus 1 over v. So you can use elimination or substitution method. And in our case here, I would like to solve it the way it is, because we can see we have minus 1 over v and then plus 1 over u. If we have two different signs, minus and plus, of course, we can use elimination where we add the two equations. So you can add the two equations here so that you can eliminate v. Because when you have 1 over v minus and then plus 1 over v. When you add the two, you're going to eliminate v. So you're going to be having now 1 over u plus 1 over u. That is 2 over u, because there are two of them. 1 over u plus 1 over v. Then the other side is going to be equals to 1 over 8 plus 3 over 8. We have the same same denominator, so you just add the numerator. You're going to have 1 plus 3, you get 4 over 8, the same as a half. So 2 over u is equals to a half. You can cross multiply that, you get 2 times 2 is 4, and then u times 1 is u. So our u is equals to 4. And then you want to get the values of v. So you can use one equation, 1 over u, that is 1 over 4, plus minus 1 over v is equals to 1 over 8. So 1 over 4, you take 1 over minus 1 over v on the other side, then you bring 1 over 8 on this other side, minus 1 over 8 is equals to 1 over v. It's going to be plus. Then the LCM of this 2 is 8. 8 divided by 4, 2, times 1 is 2, minus 8 divided by 8, 1, times 1 is 1, is equals to 1 over v. 2 minus 1 is, of course, 1. So in our case here you have 1 over 8 is equals to 1 over v. And of course, you can cross multiply, get v is equals to 8. So our values of v is 8 and our u is equals to 4. So that's mark the end of our session. So generally, when you are looking at solving simultaneous equation, just look at the best way or the best method to use. Thank you very much for your time.